Alright, what's up guys? It's PS360 HD2 here, and today I just want to share with you guys my final thoughts on Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse and what I want out of a sequel for this first great entry of hopefully a brand new series. Alright, so first of all, I want to talk about the things that I really like about Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse. First things first, it has a great original story. I mean, Dragon Ball Z is a classic. We've played it, but how many times have we seen the story? We all know it by now. We've seen it over and over through movies, through the anime, the manga, and the countless video game adaptations. So it was a fresh take on the original Dragon Ball Z storyline, to go back in history and to help the Z Fighters defeat even stronger villains from before. So great story, loved it. I'll give it a 9 out of 10. It did a lot of great things, and more specifically, it made you feel like you were really a part of the story. That's the great thing about character creation, which brings me to the next thing, that I really loved about this game is the character creation. This is really the first Dragon Ball Z game to really go in depth with character customization. Ultimate Tenkaichi dabbled in it a little bit, but it just doesn't even compare. It's not even close. Battle of Z allowed you to, edit certain characters, but you really can create your own character fully. This game, full character creator, different races, whole bunch of different costumes, whole bunch of different attacks. So yeah, awesome character creator, and it really puts I would say it's really the cherry on top for this game. It's definitely the character created. And another plus to this game is the online interaction. It's sort of like, the best way to explain it is like, this game is like Dragon Ball Z and Destiny combined. You have your hometown, your hub where everyone comes to meet, Toki City, and it's just cool to interact and see all the different crazy awesome characters that all the other people that's playing the game have come up with. And not only that, you can team up with them, you can invite them to be on your team, and it's just dope. And that leads me to talk about the co-op and the 3 versus 3. Like, Dragon Ball Z has always been an anime where huge brawls take place. It's never really just one versus one. It's always like, the Z Fighters versus Nappa and Vegeta, or versus the Ginyu Force. So this really makes you feel like you're in a Dragon Ball Z fight. Huge 3 versus 3. And sometimes it's because they have NPC characters, sometimes it's even more. Sometimes it's like 7-8 characters at the same time. So not only that, you get to team up with your friends, go on quests, and I played with a couple matches with Sheikah's Clouds, and we had a lot of fun. So you get to team up with your friends, go online, enjoy it, play it, beat play the parallel quest, or you can fight each other. But I really wouldn't recommend you get in this game to play like a competitive game. That's where a lot of people get it wrong. It's an anime game. Think of this game as a Dragon Ball Z simulator. This isn't like your regular fighting games where everything is balanced and they aren't cheap characters. That's just the way it is. Super Saiyan 4 Goku is not, it's not gonna be the same level as Videl or Chaozu, and that's how I like my anime games. Oh, I'm sorry, but if you're looking to play this shit competitively, then you're really getting the game for the wrong reason. And you know, which brings up the fighting system. The fighting system at first, I really didn't, I had the game in Japanese originally, so I didn't really get to go in depth with the combos because I didn't really understand anything. But I've been playing the English version for the past few days now, and I have to say, it's really, it can get really in depth, not super in depth, but you can really pull off some flashy combos, and link. If you really learn how to link up the combos together, you'll be pulling off some nasty looking, amazing looking combos. But yeah, the fighting system in general is pretty simple, and it's pretty easy to grasp. Um, all right, and the most one of my favorite things about this game is the stages. This is by far the best stages I've ever seen in any Dragon Ball Z game, period. I might have to go any anime game, period. They did it all. The sky battles, space stages, just anything you can imagine. Anywhere that the Z Fighters fought, they damn near have a stage for it in the game. And what's so amazing about the stages, in past Dragon Ball games, it felt like you were in a arena, like you were locked in into like a circle. This is like there's so much more freedom and openness to the stages. It almost feels like it almost feels open world almost. I know that might sound a little bit like I'm exaggerating, but it just feels so open. You can go underwater, you can be above water, the stage damage, and it just feels like it's a big open area. So yeah, amazing job with the stages, and yeah, those are really the standout things to me about this game. Those are the things that I really love. Great story, great character creation, the online aspect to it. It has a great fighting system, and the graphics are amazing, and the stages are awesome. So but there are a few things that I feel like they could work on, and I gotta list the negatives. You gotta if I list the positives, I gotta list the things I didn't like. Now, obviously, a lot of people were upset about a few missing key characters. Like there isn't Majin Vegeta. I don't believe Chaozu's in the game. There's just a few questionable characters you thought would be in that weren't in for some reason. So yeah, I fully understand, and it should be a mark against the game. But hey, it's the first entry. I guess we can kind of give them a break on it. But yeah, come on now, Majin Vegeta should have been in the damn game. Come on, guys. So yes, the next thing is the HUD indicator. For God's sakes, I don't know why they didn't give us an option to turn that damn yellow circle off. It's so fucking annoying. Yeah, I don't know. It has to go. But hopefully the PC version, somebody comes up with a mod or some shit to remove the HUD. And another thing about this game, it can be a little bit of a cheese fest. Once you obtain Super Saiyan, you can kind of spam your ultimate attack. And while it's not a problem in co-op, it could kind of ruin versus mode. And that takes me back to my point of not trying to play this game competitively. It's only going to frustrate you and make you hate the game. So don't get this game going into it thinking like, oh, I'm going to be, the best Dragon Ball Z fighter there ever was, and I'm going to top the leaderboards. Like, don't come into this game thinking that. And finally, the last mark I have against this game is the lack of unique missions. There's almost 60 parallel quests, and you know, after a while they can get kind of repetitive. Like, um, you know, there's other than the giant boss battles and the collect the Dragon Balls mission, they're all really just, you know, fight and beat your opponent, and which is so crazy because I love that Dragon Ball collect the Dragon Balls mission. It's so unique and so fun. Um, like, I don't know why they didn't make like a mode where it's you know, where it's 3 versus 3 online, and each team has to fight and try to collect Dragon Balls. Tell me that wouldn't be epic as hell. I have no idea why that's not a mode or a selectable mission in versus mode. So yeah, those are my negative things. Those are the negative things that I have with Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse. Overall, I feel like it's a great first step, and I pray to God that we get a sequel next year for Dragon Ball Xenoverse. And I give it an 8 out of 10. That's my score. And tell me what you guys think of, you know, my sort of review, or, you know, tell me what you guys think of my thoughts. And yeah, I personally feel as if Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse is the 3rd greatest Dragon Ball Z game of all time, behind Tenkaichi 3 and Budokai 3. For me personally, it's right after those two. So yeah.
完全に切れたぞー